What up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. We're on episode three of Wellness Wednesdays. So every Wednesday we just do 1 hour of just chatting. You can ask me anything about self-improvement, habits, nursing, living in Canada, whatever you have questions on. I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, it's gonna be run. It's gonna be running for an hour. So yeah, take advantage of it. I can be your accountability buddy. You are my accountability buddy as well. And let's grow together. I'm just gonna change up the wording on the actual Wellness Wednesday, so I'm just gonna change up some title and stuff like that. So just give me 1 second. Hello, Ridley. How you doing, my friend? How are those assignments going? And thank you so much for sharing your story as well yesterday. It was very inspiring to see how you empowered yourself and how you're okay with like the things that are out of your control. So if the results don't go your way, that's okay because you're putting in your best effort. And I was really inspired by that, and it put things in perspective for me as well. So thank you for sharing your story. I'm sure it resonated with other individuals as well. Yeah, so thank you. That was very beautiful, and I'm sorry you've been through so much as well. And I'm here for you, and you're here for me. So let's continue growing together. Took me a lot of effort to share that. Yeah, I know, because I remember you were telling me that you initially deleted that message. Was it the same message? Yeah, you were telling me that because my notifications were being weird. They said that you messaged, and then I kept looking and there was nothing there, and I'm like, is something glitching or something like that? So yeah, that happens sometimes though on my YouTube and other platforms as well, that things start glitching. But yeah, if you ever have to share any stories that are too personal to you, you can always message me on Instagram and stuff like that to My Instagram handle's the same thing, Sukhdeep Saran, so you can message me there and we can chat as well. It was the same. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So I'm glad I was able to see that story. It helped me. It helped me a lot. Not gonna lie. So thank you for that. It was very impactful. How are your assignments going? Yeah, my progress so far has been really well with my dieting. However, the last week, me and my fiance on the last weekend we went to her best friend's baby shower. So I ended up eating a lot of junk food there, and I fell a little behind. And then my craving for junk food came back. So throughout the week, I've been kind of munching at nighttime on junk food. So I promised myself today that I'm gonna be eating. I brought bubble tea and a burrito, and those are the two comfort foods I usually have, and those are the two foods I have before I lock into dieting again. So I promised myself I'm gonna have those junk food, and then from tomorrow, dieting. So we'll lock in from tomorrow. I'm out of social media for now, maybe till I achieve. I appreciate that. I remember when I was studying for the MCAT as well, I deleted my social media. I think I think for me it was the thing with social media is if it's wasting your time, then I agree with deleting it. But at that time when I was studying, it wasn't really wasting my time. But I noticed that I got lonely. Like I got away from my friends and family because I was just locked into studying. And I remember that was a very hard time because I wasn't really messaging anyone. So I remember in that sense, I did feel like it was something I shouldn't have deleted. But if it's like really distracting, 100% delete it. And if you're always with your family, friends, I think you should delete it. Assignments are just horrible, all handwritten and a really exhausting process. Yeah, that's weird that they're making you write them like they're handwritten assignments. Usually anything I like do all my like exams and stuff like that, everything's usually online, and we're able to just type it out and then yeah, distracts. Yeah, if it distracts you a lot, get rid of it. I think it's horrible for your attention span, and I also think it's horrible for um, sometimes relativism as well, like where we compare with others. Yeah, things of that sort. But especially with today's format on social media, where we have reels, shorts, and all that stuff, I think it's very distracting. And it kind of leads to environmental ADHD as well. And there's a lot of research on that. So it kind of leads to, it can lead to dysregulation of your mood as well. So there's a lot of research of that too, because I was recently looking into that. And social media does lead to uh, demotivation. Um, I think symptoms of depression as well and loneliness. Because the thing is, you are always chasing a higher dopamine like hit, and then you just keep scrolling and doing that, and then your dopamine receptors are fried because they've been overstimulated, and then it leads to like demotivation and just not wanting to get out of bed and pursuing things. I think I'm very lucky in that sense because I grew up in an age where social media was just starting, and it wasn't something that we were distracted by too much. And YouTube was there too, but it was like long form videos, no shorts existed. And I think that was really, really good for allowing me personally to go outside and just play sports all the time, meet with my friends, and all of that stuff. Otherwise, I feel like if I was born in like today's age, I would be very easily distracted. Like it was great, despite like my ADHD already distracts me, but it would have been worse. Make my whole schedule. Yeah, YouTube Shorts are pretty bad too. It sucks because I don't like posting YouTube Shorts, but that's kind of the game. You kind of have to post shorts so you can attract more individuals to your channel. And yeah, I agree. YouTube Shorts are tricky too, and it's crazy because it's only something that's about like 20 seconds long, but you see it so many times that you just keep scrolling, and next thing you know, it's like half an hour is gone. That's why I do have a timer on all my social media. So if if I'm on Instagram more than 15 minutes, it'll alert me. TikTok does it, and YouTube does it too. So if I ever get stuck in that, if my friends or cousins like send me a meme, and I get stuck in that cycle of just scrolling, it's easy for me to get out because that 15-minute timer hits. I'm 30 years old. I turned 30 in on December 28th. How about you? It's crazy because I'm healthier now and more like I don't have brain fog. Like healthier in every spectrum, like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Now than I was when I was in my early 20s, and it's a great feeling that when you stick to habits long enough and when you take care of yourself long enough, it will start to show, and it's an unparalleled feeling. I love it. Oh, you're still young. You're like little sister. That's awesome. 1920 in July. So these. So you're doing. So this course after this, what's your major right now in university? And where are you located again? You're in Delhi, right? Psychology, nice, nice. Like, are you planning on like once you're done your bachelor degree of psychology, are you planning on pursuing masters and stuff like that? Because I know my cousin sister, she's doing oh Haryana, you're a neighbor. Our capital cities are both Chandigarh, so that's awesome. That's awesome. And our languages are very similar too, and like culture. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, in terms of psychology, are you pursuing a master's degree after? Because I know my cousin sister, she did her master's in cognitive psychology, but then she changed into clinical psychology for her PhD. So she'll be a clinical psychologist in about a year and a half, I believe. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool. She'll be doing a lot of new things on like mental health and stuff, and I'm very excited. I honestly think these Wellness Wednesdays are great for anyone to come every Wednesday. Especially like it's a guilt-free way of working on your habits too. For instance, if you're having a hard time meditating every single day, and then we form a way for you to meditate for next week every single day, and you still miss it, that's fine. At least you'll try again on Wednesday because we're all meeting up. So I think a great way of like getting to intentionally think about your habits all the time and then slowly start making those changes over time. And it doesn't even matter if it's in a week. It can happen in like months, even a year. It doesn't like it's all about like are you making progress and all of that stuff. So it'll be cool. I think these are very productive. For instance, like I did good for 2 weeks on my diet. I missed a week, and then now I'm gonna start again for tomorrow. Well, like properly. Yes, sir. Harshil, my man. How you doing, boss? Yeah, we're doing this is a Wellness Wednesday thing I do where if you have any habits or something you're trying to form, or if you have any questions on self-improvement or anything I post, you can ask me. And if I don't know the answer, I'll search it up because I'm passionate about this stuff anyways. And yeah, it's just how it's nice to like interact with everyone with it. Because it's usually all of us are just hustling all the time in whatever we have for each of us, like, and then it's a nice way of just getting to know everyone too, and you guys can get to know me too. um, because I've seen a lot in 30 years. Bharatwaj is Punjabi, right? Or am I tripping? Because I remember I do have a friend with the last name Bharatwaj as well. Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It's crazy because sometimes on our deep work sessions, there's people that want to talk to me. However, we're usually hustling and working on things, and then they should be coming into these because then I can actually talk and it's quick. So yeah, what culture are you from, and where are you located again? I'm doing two courses. One is integrated teaching, and the other psychology honors, both from different universities all over the. Oh my goodness. From both degrees. So you'll have two degrees, one in integrated teaching program, other is psychology honors. That's crazy. That's awesome. Great work, really. Wow. Wow. What kind of job would like what kind of job would be like the ideal job you want? Like in terms of like, okay, this is what I'm passionate about, and I'm really hoping to get this job. Or if you want to pursue more studying, like what kind of topics would you want to really do research on? I think that'll be cool. We'll start prepping for masters entry. Oh yeah, you told me this. Yeah. We'll start prepping for masters entrance exam this year only. That'll be awesome. Good luck with everything, really. You got this. We're all rooting for you, and yeah, you got this. Do you know, like in India, do you guys have to do a thesis for your master's degree? Because in Canada, we usually do research, and we end up doing a thesis for a topic that we're very passionate about in a certain stream. So whatever, like department, so psychology department. For me, it would be in health and medicine related because I'll be in the nurse practitioner stream. So it all depends on like what we want to pursue in terms of research, but we usually do a thesis that is presented in front of a board and then get a publication off of that as well. I wanted to be a clinical teaching or something. Let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what my cousin sister wants too. So clinical psychologist is what she's doing right now, and then she would not mind teaching afterwards as well. Dad is born from West UP, so I think Bardot is common in the West UP, Punjab and Delhi area. I was born and brought up in Bangalore. Dude, oh yeah, it's a big city, and I'll probably move out this year to start university. Would you start university in Bangalore? Yeah, Bangalore is the tech center of India, right? I've I've met people on the plane when I'm flying to India, and I met a lot of people in Pune and Mumbai as well that were from Bangalore. And Bangalore is the tech city, and I think they were building more headquarters and stuff in Hyderabad as well to make it a tech city. And I know they were Pune is developing into a tech city as well a little bit, and I remember that. Thesis is in PhD match. Ah, I think that's the same thing. Honestly, I think it's because I haven't done my masters yet. I don't know the specifics, but I think it's similar in Canada too. That's awesome. Are both the universities in Haryana for you, really? Uttar Pradesh. Where else have I ever been in Uttar Pradesh? Yeah, it's very close. one is in Delhi and the other one is Haryana. That's awesome. So you're doing online courses right now for the Delhi University? Yeah, I want to move out and try to live on myself because I think it would be better for my personal growth. So I'll have to leave my city. Many people dream of coming to. 100%, man. I think when I truly grew up is when I got out of my house and I stayed in the west coast of Canada for a little bit, which is like Vancouver area and stuff like that. And I lived with my cousin, and that's when I truly grew up as an individual because um, here at home, like my culture's, like my family culture is like my mom does my laundry, she does all of that. I clean my room, but however, she still wants to clean it after I'm done cleaning my room because they have a specific way of cleaning. And I remember when I moved out, that's when I had to cook myself. I had to clean myself. I had to do laundry myself. And then I really realized the value of how much time is dedicated to those things and any chores around the house, how much time it takes, like doing your dishes, all of that. And then yeah, it was a big growth moment for sure. And just it's really good. It helps you with time management really well as well. It helps you become very independent, and I think sometimes like for instance, my city's like 1 million population in Canada, and it's there's a lot of things that it isn't a big city, and there's not a lot of things to do in terms of like if you want to start an AI, like you want to do some kind of startup, there's not too many resources out here and too many people, like-minded individuals that you can meet up with and actually make something happen. So it's better to go to like bigger cities in Canada, like such as Vancouver or Toronto, to do those things and pursue those things. So I think it'll be cool for your personal growth. I think you will learn a lot about different like cultures as well out there. And I'm never against traveling, man. I think traveling's like the best thing in the world. So if you can do that for school, do it, man. That would be awesome. Where are you planning on going in terms of like university though? Where would you move out to? I have practical class this Saturday for 4 hours, so I'll be going to Delhi. Oh wow, that's gonna be so. So it's Punjab, and then you go through Delhi. I mean Haryana, and then are you towards the border of Haryana and Punjab, or on the other side where it's uh, Delhi and Punjab and Haryana? Because what comes after Haryana? Because I did that drive all the time because we used to, like, whenever I come to India, it's always, I go to the Delhi airport and I either fly out to Amritsar and then go from Amritsar to my city, Moga, or I go through like Haryana and then like Punjab and Moga. Well, that's crazy. You have to like drive and go to Delhi for a class. Let me see what I go through. Damn, you guys are making me miss India. I want to come back. Unfortunately, this year I couldn't come, and then my mom went to India instead. But next year I'll come for sure. Delhi. Yeah, it's just Haryana. So yeah, it's not even anything else. So it's just through Haryana and then straight to Punjab. I think they're making a big highway too, right? From New Delhi all the way to Ludhiana, I think. And it's a very it'll be a very fast route to get through from one city to another. Have you heard of Sonipat? That's ringing a bell, but I'm not too sure where that is. Let me see. They got that name. Oh, is it specifically a place in Haryana? Oh yeah, okay, it's in Haryana. Let's see, two. Yeah. Oh, that's not bad at all. It says it's only an hour and a half drive. That's not bad. That's pretty chill. I remember from my city, Mocha to Delhi is like 6 hours. Delhi, Hyderabad, Goa, and Mumbai would be top spots to move out to, but a lot of top engineering unis are located in smaller towns. Wow, that's very interesting. That they're located in smaller towns. What kind of engineering would you do? And yeah, those would be awesome, man. I think Goa or Mumbai would be nice. I know Delhi. I know there's a lot of resources out there for sure. But I can't deal with the pollution in Delhi, man. I love Delhi. I have a lot of friends there, but when I was there, I wasn't able to like stay there too long because I remember I was in Noida, and when I was there with a friend, I got sick after 3 days, and that sickness was like too scary because it was really hard to breathe, and I have never been like that sick with just the flu and fever, and it was different, and it was tough. So I remember Delhi was tough, but I love Delhi. Like there's a lot of food is amazing, so much diversity, and yeah, it's fun for sure. A lot of resources in Delhi for sure. Yeah, Goa would be crazy, man. If you go to the Goa for school, if there's a top university in Goa, that's a pretty unique spot to go for school, man. Damn, just all these names of like the cities out there is just like making me crave India again. The one thing I liked about India was a lot was being able to travel because flights were so much cheaper and it's so much easier to go anywhere else in Asia as well. I remember flying to Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, um, like anywhere. It was so simple. No way more about India than I thought you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been all around India. I loved India. I've even been to Kashmir. I've been to yeah, like a lot of places in India. It's like because there's so much to see and there's so much diversity. And plus, I went to school in India from grade 4 to 8 as well. And then yeah, I was in Punjab for 3 of those years, and then I went once 1 year in boarding school in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. It was fun. So I've seen a lot of India, but India is changing a lot, man. India is changing a lot. Yeah, it's wild. There's a lot. It's way more advanced than way before when I was there in 2007 to 2010. Way more advanced. And plus, a lot of my friends are in India as well, and they message me often too. No way. But you're younger too. You're just starting university, so I'm sure you'll do a lot more road trips in India. And yeah, I really want to go to South India. I haven't been to South India and Bangalore and stuff. I haven't seen either. So that's on the bucket list for sure. Next time I'm out there, I'm gonna for sure fly out to like Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, like everything south. I'm gonna check it all out. And I haven't been to Goa either yet. That like I'll probably bring my fiance with me to Goa for sure. That'll be fun. Yeah, yeah, I know about Goa. Goa's like a nice touristy destination place though, so I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Goa in Canada. Yeah, and then yeah, for sure but I haven't been to Goa, so that's one place I want to check off the bucket list for sure. Like mostly like whenever I come, I've seen all of Punjab. Um, I've seen I've been north too, so we've been to Kashmir and those areas, Himachal Pradesh as well. And then I've driven through Haryana. I didn't see too much of Haryana. And then Delhi, I've seen in and out, like most of Delhi too. And then I've been out like Maharashtra, Pune. I've seen um, Mumbai. I've seen Varora. I've seen Nagpur. All those areas. Yes, South is in my bucket list too, especially the temples. Yeah, man, it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool, and I've heard South is really different too. So that's what I love about India because there's so much diversity in the whole country. Like every place you go, it's like completely different. So I love that kind of stuff. It's so cool. If you go to Goa, you should stay in South Goa. That's a chill place. North Goa is crowded with tourists. Okay, I'll do South Goa for sure. Um, South Goa. I'll keep that in mind. It's funny because good thing you told me this because when I travel, I don't make an itinerary or anything like that. I don't have too much. I just spontaneously do things, and I would have probably just searched it up last minute on the plane, like where should I go in Goa, and I would have just like went somewhere. Sometimes I go on a rabbit hole on Reddit, and that's when I see real value in the comments. But sometimes I just check on Google and just go. Y'all should visit Uti and Kannur if you come to the south. For sure. I'll look into that. Let me just write it down, man. My ADHD is just gonna make me forget. I like putting all this stuff on my notes. Uti. Yeah, we're finally kind of getting spring. There's still a lot of snow outside, but it's kind of getting warmer where I don't have to wear a jacket anymore. I just have to wear a sweater. I mean, I'm sure if you guys were out here, you would wear a jacket for sure. But for us Winnipeggers, we are okay with just wearing a sweater in like this weather. How to stay focused on study? Hello, Abra, Abratip, Abratip. Hello, Abratip Chaudhary. Thank you for joining us. What's up, man? In terms of being focused on study, I would say like make sure your study space is like just start with like like the environment. Make sure it's at a place that's where it's away from your relaxation. So for me, I used to go to the library a lot, and that's where I used to study because that's where I could focus better. But now just with doing these deep work sessions, I'm able to focus at home on this desk as well, and it doesn't distract me from going on my bed or going somewhere else at home as well. So firstly, I would just say make sure your environment is like inducible for focus. That just tailor your study desk to only studying and not messing around and things of that sort. So that whenever you kind of prime yourself to study. And in terms of focus, man, I think I would really follow something like the Pomodoro technique. So follow something that is like six whatever split works for you. For me, 50 minutes of like studying and then 10-minute breaks usually work best for me. Maybe for you, 90-minute study sessions and 30-minute breaks might work better too. So whatever split works for you, but I would highly recommend having a break in between that. Unless you're in the flow state and you're getting a lot of things done in one go, I would for sure have that break of like after your study session is done because that's what brings our attentional resources back. And during that break, don't go on your phone. Don't do things that are requiring attention or frying your dopamine so that you can come back refreshed for the next session. So I think those are the things that you can do for focus as well. If you feel really overwhelmed, there's a lot of benefits of meditation as well for increasing your working memory capacity and also increasing your ability to focus better on the task at hand. And so just with meditation, you can do anything, man. You can search up 10-minute guided meditation sessions and do that. There's ample amount of research on meditation and how it helps with your decision making. Your frontal lobes get more developed. Your working memory capacity increases. So I would for sure look into meditation. So any type of like sitting still, focusing on your breath work does miracles. And I'm not saying like you have to sit still for like 10 minutes. You can sit still for 3 minutes. That also makes a good mental reset. But let's say you're really burnt out and you really need to, um, if you're really burnt out and even meditation's not helping, I highly recommend just getting out of the house and going to do some form of exercise for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that will mentally reset you and get you back with more mental clarity to focus again. So those are some things I do when I am having a hard time focusing.
The temperature difference in Bangalore is a lot, almost 17 degrees. We have winter mornings.
Yeah, see that I would rather have just be all cold or all hot and not have these fluctuations in temperature because when I recently went to Vegas in December, that's what happened there. In the morning, it would be super warm, so I would wear like a shirt, and then we would go out, and then we're out all day until like late night. So then it would get cold, and we would actually have to come back to the hotel room so we can get our sweaters and then go out again. So it was really annoying. I can appreciate the fluctuations being a little annoying. So yeah, and those are some things I use for focus for sure. Um, yeah, those. What else can I think of? So on the top of my mind, those are the things that I do in real time all the time for focus. So yeah, and then I use coffee in the morning too. Coffee helps with focus too. Yeah. I want to make a Discord server. Discord. Yeah, I could make a Discord server. So those are like just make a Discord like community, like a group. I do have Discord actually. I haven't used it in a minute. I used to use it for like MCAT studying and stuff. Let's see if I still have it. Let me log into my Discord actually. Which season do you like? For me, honestly, really, my favorite season it has to be summer. I'm addicted to the summer. I'm addicted to heat, and it's kind of like um, ironic because I live in like one of the coldest cities, but I love the heat. Like I love the heat. It's just different. I love even my fiance and everyone thinks I'm crazy, especially in the car because I'll blast the heat and make it really warm, and they can't. It'll drive them crazy. Even though I know that taking warm showers, like really hot showers, is bad for your skin, I still do it because I love the heat. So yeah, there's certain things that yeah, summer for sure. I love the summer. A lot of outdoor stuff to do too. I love playing basketball outdoors. I love doing those kind of things. So I love the summer. I waste over 30 minutes of time. Sorry, I didn't catch your message there, Chaudhry. All right, let me download Discord on my. Yeah, I used to be on Discord. And I hate summers like not hate, but I don't like summer. Ha! So you like winters and monsoon? That's awesome. Yeah, I don't. I honestly don't mind any season, but my favorite is summer for sure. Harsh. So Chaudhry, I waste over 30 minutes of time instead of 10-minute break without even realizing it.
time instead of.
Yeah, that's why, man. Keep a timer, and then if the 10-minute break feels like too short, like for me, sometimes when I'm doing deep work sessions online as well, the 10-minute break just goes by, and I have no timer, and it'll go up to like 15 minutes. So I think the ideal break time for me would be 15 minutes. So find that ideal break time for yourself, and use that instead of the 10-minute break. Because if you're going, but just don't. If you feel like you're wasting time, I feel like just put a timer there, and then come back to the grind, because then that break that you've had is good enough, and then come back.
I find the monsoon depressing. Yeah, I think use timer. Yeah, I agree. Use timer. Yeah, thanks. Rain is my love, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, rain is romantic and nice. I think on a rainy season it's nice to just chill at home and like watch a movie or something. That's usually my vibe with rainy days. Lucky for us, like Winnipeg, we don't. It doesn't rain that much. I think the West Coast, like Vancouver area, does rain a lot, and I'm kind of grateful that it doesn't rain here that much. Because otherwise, I'd be chilling at home all the time watching movies. But this way, I can appreciate the rain when it comes, and then actually watch a movie that day, so it's not too many days. Yeah, really, you should come to Winnipeg and see the winters here, and I think you might change your mind on winters. It can go up to like negative 40 degrees, and with wind chill like negative 50 degrees, and then your like beard freezes, your snot freezes, your eyebrows freeze. Like it's crazy. It's like such a crazy weather.
You can't even go out though. I spend at least an hour every day to go out, play sports, and meet friends. Even if I don't do it for a day or two, I get to.
I agree, man. You won't be able to go out as much, and then luckily like in Winnipeg, there's a lot of indoor facilities you can always go to. But I feel you just like being outdoors is different. Just even that like small walk outdoors like helps so much.
How can I maintain continuity in my studies?
So I think in terms of continuities in studies, if you're leaning towards like being able to sit longer periods of time and focus longer and critically think in that focused longer time and retain the information, I would for sure say start small. Start with 30 minutes at a timer and just like work on that capacity to sit still and study at a high level, and then start increasing that to 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and then keep having a break after. But like I would say don't go more than 90 minutes. So if you have that capacity to sit still and study at a high level for 90 minutes, you're winning. Like there's not a lot of people that can do that. I don't even think I can do that. And that's like a great point to just then take like a 15-minute break and come back and do about 3 cycles of that, and I think that should be enough. But if you,
What else did you say?
and then yeah, but if that's what you mean by continuity in studies, if there's something else you mean, you can always ask that too. Yeah.
During rainy season, you ever tell me to stay inside? I find waste.
Yeah, she's like Kajol from what's that movie, man? It's such a famous movie. Dalam Le Jayenge? Yeah. She's like Kajol from that, because I remember there's a song in that movie where Kajol goes outside and she's just in the rain like twirling around and stuff and singing. That's what this reminded me of. Yeah, bro, beard freezes because like I'll be done a shower, and then I'm going to my car, and then outside my beard just freezes, and then my eyebrows freeze, my snot freezes, everything, man. It's crazy. It's so cold here.
Break your ticket, smaller parts, that helped me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Taking breaks does help a lot with consistency. I completely agree. Like for instance, once I was done the deep work session, I could have jumped into Wellness Wednesdays, but I felt like I needed a break. So I went out, got food, and then I came back in. And now I'm ready for Wellness Wednesdays with a lot more energy. So I agree. Like anything, to stay consistent, you need to treat yourself. You need to take breaks, and so you can be more productive when you come back.
Nothing just feels rain, and I love the smell of wet mud.
Yeah, I like the smell of. I like the if it's a lazy day and I see it raining outside, I love that feeling because then it just allows you to be lazy that day and just chill and not do anything and maybe watch like a romantic movie. The smell of wet mud. How do I smell wet mud? Yeah, it actually is nice.
I think momentum would play a big role when it comes to consistency. So push yourself to study for 2, 3 days, and the fourth day would be easier. You can increase the time.
Yeah, 100%. Um, yeah, I completely agree with you, Harshal. Getting the action step first, and then showing up even when you don't want to, that'll create that the neuronal network for that behavior a little bit stronger. So then next time you come back on the fourth day, like you said, it's so much easier to do it because you've already done it 3 days in a row. And then I think that consistency does allow for the behavior to happen more just because of the it's already wired in your brain that way too. So I completely agree. Yeah. Oh, the when Riddhi was talking about how she loves rainy seasons, and she's like kind of addicted to rainy seasons. So that's what it kind of brought me into like when Kajal was like singing a song in the beginning of the movie. I think I don't even remember. It's been a while, but yeah.
It's same with scrolling as well. Once you start scrolling,
Yeah, scrolling is different, man. Scrolling is because you're always in anticipation of what's gonna come next, and it's it's not fulfilling, but it's addictive because of that anticipation, and it's so easy to do, and then the dopamine is so easy to get, and you just keep going, and then it fries, and then it takes all the motivation away from you. It makes pursuing other things harder as well, just because your baseline is so low now to get that instant gratification. To actually pursue something that takes a while to get gratification, you don't really care and don't do. That's why I think one thing that made the biggest difference in my life is no phone first thing in the morning. So my phone will be literally behind this camera and it will be plugged there, and then I'll have a time like my alarm clock on, and I'll be sleeping on the bed. So I have to wake up, get up physically, and then go turn off my alarm clock. And once I'm up, I don't want to go on my phone anyways, and I don't want to go back to bed. So I just go into my morning routine. And I think that has been a game changer because I remember in the past what I would do is the phone's so close to me, I would just start replying to my messages, and that would drain me. And I had this baseline anxiety because of it, and then I was always like behind in everything, and there was no mental clarity. I had mental fog, and yeah, I think that just that little change in the morning, biggest game changer for me. Exactly, it's a protective mechanism for us. We're like I completely agree. It's crazy because we're in an age where our ancestors never experienced any of this. Like having dopamine that easily accessible, like it was never experienced. So that's why it's so hard for us to deal with it now. That's why our attention is such a limited resource. That's why we have more focus issues. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a different world, and it's crazy that our DNA and our biological wiring is the same as before. However, I do believe in I don't believe it's. There's a lot of research on neuroplasticity and how if you put your attention into a direction and you keep pursuing that direction, you start continuously behaving that way and start adapting those ways.
have you ever had a day when you don't feel like studying, but you have an exam the next day? But if you don't study, you'll fall behind. What do you do then?
So, in terms of that, I have had that a lot, man. When especially in my early university days, like I was undiagnosed with ADHD. I didn't have like medication or anything like that, and I remember like I would not start studying until there's like literally hours before the exam left, because that's the only thing that would get my baseline dopamine high enough for me to pursue studying. And that's why I would always pull all-nighters the night before an exam in university. So let's say there's an exam tomorrow, and then throughout the day I'll just be messing around, trying to focus, I'll procrastinate, do nothing, and then would hit like 10 p.m. and then I'm like, oh my god, my exam's at 8 a.m. I gotta lock in. And just in that overnight period, I would study for the exam fully. And so I think with this, I think what can help is if you have a consistent schedule of just sitting down and studying, and how have you been doing in the previous exams, and then reflecting on like if those methods were working or not, and just really seeing like, oh, I could have done way better here if I just locked in during like earlier in the day. I think things like that, like reflection, getting that wiring, just like get that coffee, turn off your phone, or put a timer, or even like, oh, one other thing that works a lot for me is a timer hack. So it's called like the 5 minute rule. So basically what you can do is put a timer for 5 minutes and start studying. And then usually the hardest part with studying is getting started. The hardest part with anything we're trying to do is usually getting started. So once you put that 5 minute timer and you just study for 5 minutes, you sometimes just want to keep going. And for me, most times I want to keep going, and you can just continuously study that way, and then do the breaks accordingly again. So that's a great way to start, especially if you're having a hard time starting. I think that's something you can try for sure. So it's just a 5 minute timer. And after that 5 minutes, if you don't want to do it, take a break, go for a walk, do whatever you want, but then try that 5 minutes again. And then usually the momentum carries you and you start grinding for it. But don't worry, man, this is very normal. Everyone's been through it, where you don't feel like studying, but you have an exam and you kind of like have to, and you don't want to fall behind. So I would highly recommend the 5 minute rule. And if that doesn't work, take like even 30 minutes off or an hour off, and then try that again. And then, or find a topic that in this exam that you're really passionate about. Start with that, start studying for that, and then slowly transition into your weaknesses and things that you don't really like that much. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Me too. It's time. Great seeing you guys, Harshal, Chaudhary, and Riddhi. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a deep work session. I'm gonna do early morning. What time is it? 11:30. Yeah, I'll try to do early morning, so you guys is nighttime. And I hope you have a great day, and enjoy the breakfast, Riddhi. And enjoy, guys. It was so nice meeting you guys better, like getting to know you as well. And I found it a very productive session, and I can't even believe that the time just flew by. So yeah, don't forget. Let's continue growing together. All right, good night, everyone. Take care, and I hope you have a good day as well. Time for bubble tea and food for me, so I'm very excited.